Welcome to Reread. We're on the Legacy series by Jon Ostrander, and we are on 15. I'll go through 15 through 21. I think doing these in sevens are pretty good so far. In issue 15, Kratos is testing Cade's power by infecting his friends, Sin and Delia Blue, who both of them I love, with the Vong plague. There's some Vong plague that's been going on. They're going to give a backstory on this later on, but uh, of course, he wants to see how strong Cade's power is to save him. And so he does. He taps into the dark side to heal people. And of course, then that's when he reveals himself to Cade Skywalker that he is a shot Het. Now, this is at the very end of the comic book. And of course, the first time I saw this, I was like, oh! And this is a ha moment. Now, did Jon Ostrander have the idea way back in the first original Star Wars run before it became a Republic, which is called Star Wars? Did he have the idea that this would be a shot Het story? No, I'm almost positive he didn't. But, thinking back, well, no one wants their Jedi to die during the Clone Wars. There's so many Jedi. That's one of the terrible things about the EU is that hardly any Jedi died. Any of the Jedi you read about, they're alive. No one died during Order 66. All the Jedi you don't know about, those are the ones that died. But all the ones you know stayed alive because no one wants to kill off their, creation during the Clone Wars, I guess. So he's thinking, okay, what would have happened to him after the Clone Wars? And that is what we're going to get in the future ones. As in 16, Het gives his background story on what happened to him and Obi-Wan Kenobi during the war. And then after the war, Het kind of goes back to the Tusken Raiders, leads them, is marauding around, killing, farmers and whatnot, or seeking revenge, kind of falling to the dark side already. Obi-Wan Kenobi is there, who talks him down, fights him, defeats him, and then tells him, you need to leave the planet. Now, Obi-Wan lied to Het and said, I'm here for you. I hear you've been falling to the dark side. And even though the Jedi Order's gone, you need to stand up and be a real Jedi. So somewhat true, that's what he was there for. But of course, we all know that he was protecting Luke Skywalker because obviously that was the farm he was going on. And then Het puts two and two together, I don't know, years later, he says, and he realizes what Obi-Wan's plan really was. It was to protect Luke Skywalker. Issue 16, Corday, Sin, and Blue work on a plan to save Cade, who is right now pretending to be a Sith. He's pretending to, he agrees to help Darth Krayt. And, obviously Cade is a stubborn man. And that I also love that he's so stubborn about this. Like, yeah, there's lots of temptations to the dark side, but oh, you want me to go to the dark side? Then no, I won't do it just because I don't like you. Yeah, it's pretty good. And what Luke says eventually in one of the visions, Luke says that'll eventually lead you to the dark side, your attitude about it, which I thought was good. Issue 18, Krayt reveals that the Vong, he was captured by the Vong. Vergere was with him too. Of course, Vergere reveals himself as a Sith to Het because he knows that Het is of the dark side. And Cade also sees his father's spirit. He also gets to, his father is kind of, I don't know, telling him what to do, and he fights off the Sith. We don't get Het's background in one issue, which was really good because I think a lot of writers would have done that. Say, okay, and now the backstory of a shot Het. No, you get layers peeled back throughout the series because he's got plenty of time to tell a story and he's got plenty of characters to talk about. And so again, I just love that we're just slowly finding out more about who Darth Krayt was or how he became a Sith, how Het became a Sith. Issue 18. Am I on 18 now? I've lost my count here. No, 19. Cade fights Krayt and escapes with his mother and his friend's help eventually. This is their first of a couple of battles that they'll have in this series. And it's the first one where he just gets enough done. Cade shows his power. His power is raw. It's not refined. And of course, Darth Krayt knows that. And he knows if we can capture him, I can refine him, turn him to the dark side, have him heal me, and I'll kill him. Good plan. Good plan for a Sith. Number 20 goes to Admiral Stasi in a flashback before the Sith Empire, basically how things were. I like how when it's time, we've told a little bit of Cade Skywalker, but he doesn't have to carry the entire series. he does go back. He has other characters to fall upon: the Imperial Knights, Rowan Fail, Admiral Stasi, and all of these he's creating also new characters as well for you to be interested in and to follow. And I'll be honest, each time you get into one, it's not bad. Like, you're wanting to know Kate Skywalker's, story, but no, we're talking about Admiral Stasi now. That's fine. In issue 21, they have crossfires or something, and the new TIE fighters. The look of this whole series is really well done too. It's very unique. Like Tales of the Jedi, you can tell a Tales of the Jedi book just because of the style. You can tell a Legacy book because of the style. Of course, the Crossfire is a very different vehicle, but it all has this unique look. Everyone does. That really tells you, it really defines what the Legacy era in the comic books was about. But anyway, the Admiral refuses to leave his post. He's going to take out Kamikaze style an Imperial station, but he gets knocked out by not his second in command, but someone else. And the captain, the second in command, takes over and delivers the Kamikaze run, while the other one takes the general. I mean, he punches the Admiral out, takes him out. The Admiral wakes up, is mad, but makes him his number 2 because he knows he needs people like that to, watch out for him. But they didn't want the Admiral to die, because if Stasi dies, then so does all hope for the Galactic Alliance ever making it, because Stasi is the last. I mean, he is the last symbol of it. There are no other leaders or no other stars, so they have to protect him. So it's the love of his crew, and it just kind of builds up and tells you who Stasi is. And for me, I'm a Stasi fan. Honestly, it's almost like reading this. He could have had so many spin-off comic books, like one on just Imperial Knights. I would have read that and would have enjoyed it too. I would have been interested in it. One on Admiral Stasi and the Galactic Alliance. I would have been interested in that. There's not a single character from Legacy that I wouldn't be interested in seeing a spinoff. Even the Sith, even though there's tons of them, the ones that they specialize in, they all are interesting, and they're all very unique in the way they think and the way they scheme. But anyway, I'll go over more issues next time.